The sightseeing over, now it's time to get down to business. The New Orleans Saints trained in Watford today ahead of their matchup against the San Diego Chargers. Sunday's game marks the second straight year in which the NFL have played a regular season game at Wembley. The Saints are officially the home team, meaning that fans back home in Louisiana are missing out. Coach Sean Payton admitted that was a definite downside to the trip.
Well, I said this the other day in the press conference. I think it's great for us to be over here representing the NFL and representing the New Orleans Saints. It's always challenging when it's a home game, so there's a part of you that feels for the city because, you only play 7 home games, so New Orleans misses out. But we're looking forward to the opportunity.
The Saints have a record of 3 wins and 2 losses and are still reeling from last Sunday's 37 defeat to the Carolina Panthers, made worse by the loss of running back Reggie Bush to a knee injury. His absence has robbed the British crowd of seeing one of the game's star players in action, but journalist Juan Roderick still feels the match has a lot going for it.
Well, it's going to be interesting because we lost Reggie Bush after the last game against Carolina. He's a huge draw over here from what I understand. But, we've got a pretty good football team. Offensively, it's a very exciting team to watch. I think the Londoners are going to love that part of it. It's up and down the field offensively. Defensively, we're getting better. But San Diego's a very good team. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the best running backs in the league. Philip Rivers, their quarterback, actually replaced our quarterback at San Diego, Drew Brees, who's now with us. So it's going to be an interesting game, probably high scoring.
Drew Brees then will be one of the men under the spotlight as he faces his former teammates.
I think adversity always makes you better, and now I'm going to push myself hard regardless. I don't need somebody there behind me to do that for me, but any added motivation is good. And obviously they drafted him very high, 4th pick in the draft, in order to come in and be the future of that franchise, and I wasn't ready for that to happen yet. And so I started the next 2 years, and then obviously had the right shoulder injury, and the Chargers kind of let me go to free agency, and I came to New Orleans.
Last October, the New York Giants beat the Miami Dolphins in a game that sparked a winning streak that carried them all the way to the Super Bowl. While both teams need to win this week's game to keep their playoff hopes alive, they realise there's a broader mission to promote the league.
Well, I think the fans over here have gotten real excited about American football, and I watched television last night. There's all sorts of news and information, not only about this game but our sport in general. And I think again us traveling over here, both teams will travel well with their fans, but we expect obviously a great crowd. It's a great venue to play. We're honored to play there, so we're looking forward to getting all the English support we can and some of those loud chants while the Chargers have the ball.
For the Saints, this is also a chance to promote their home city as it continues its recovery from the devastation of Hurricane Katrina.
The NFL and just in the game of football, our brand of American football, just being able to kind of expand on that on an international level, but definitely for New Orleans, because I think that post-Katrina, maybe a lot of people have kind of forgotten about New Orleans, or think that there's still so much damage there that's not worth going, which there are a lot of things that still need to be done. Obviously, we know that, but in a lot of ways, I think New Orleans has come back better than ever. And just like London is one of those spots that everybody feels like they need to visit when they come to Europe. Well, New Orleans is one of those spots that if you're European or you're from the UK and you're going to the States and you want to know places to go, hey, come to New Orleans.
A sellout crowd set to witness the NFL's annual invasion of Britain on Sunday as these American football stars look to impress at the home of English soccer.